What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like Christine Brennan just revealed some major information how Caitlin Clark helped her get ready to write that book. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. I know Christine Brennan has been a topic of discussion ever since Caitlin Clark came into the league, and she currently got a book that is breaking records all over the internet. That is this book about Caitlin. Now, Christine Brennan appeared on Rich Eisen's show, and she dropped some major information that I'm telling you right now, no one knew, even myself. I did not know Caitlin Clark kind of helped her write that book. This is major, and it shows you how invested Caitlin Clark is when stuff coming out about her. Let's head on over to X. Let's check out this footage and react to it. Roll it.
I guess Caitlin Clark's, was there any cooperation, any reach out to her at all, Christine, for this book?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. She answered 40 to 50 questions that I asked her. Yeah, she's great. She's better in person than you'd hope. Yeah, what happened was right around the time, actually, you and I spoke, which was the Olympic snub, which, by the way, is a chapter title in the book. And I have even more reporting on that abysmal decision. And I continue to report it. So there's breaking news within the book on that chapter alone, as well as there's lots of other things. But within a few weeks, I was, just early July thinking, gosh, should I maybe do a book on this? I hadn't written a book in a long time. And this has become my 8th book. 4th was Scribner. Literally 54 weeks ago, there was no book. And now we're number 2 on the New York Times bestseller list. So, it shows what it shows, Rich, is the incredible power, appeal of this 23-year-old woman who is changing the face of sports, not just women's sports, but the way men, we know those guys, right? The guys that wouldn't have been caught dead watching women's basketball. When I would be on radio shows, or you and I might on various things, guys would laugh like, "You're not covering the women's Final Four, are you? Like, why would you go to the women's Olympic gold medal game at all the Olympics I cover? What a waste of time. It's not good basketball. It's below the rim. They're rolling around on the floor. It's jump balls." These are the things I heard. I was laughed at as I would advocate the coverage of women's basketball, among all the other things that I've been able to do, men's and women's, right? Sports. And honest to goodness, to see now those guys that would have been calling into sports talk shows around the country laughing, they're the guys now buying the number 22 jerseys. They're wearing them not only to games, but to the grocery store and the gas station. They are Caitlin Clark's biggest fans, and they are the reason that these TV ratings are through the roof. The reason that the Indiana Fever average home attendance last year, first year of Caitlin Clark, was higher than the average home attendance of 5 NBA teams. I cannot even believe I said that sentence, and I researched it, and it's on her.
That's crazy. Did y'all just hear? She said the Indiana team attendance is higher than 5 NBA franchises, and y'all don't think these ladies supposed to be getting paid, which is crazy.
Game. Point being, this has absolutely been a sea change, the likes of which I did not envision seeing in my career. That's how big a deal. And I chronicled the whole thing, and Caitlin answered every question, tough questions, looked you in the eye, goes on and on with answers, goes off on a tangent, comes back and finishes the answer. I mean, she's just a delight and so available. And as I said, no holds barred. Nothing was off limits. Good, bad, indifferent, all of it's in there. But I will say there's a lot of logo 3s jumping off the page in the book, because she truly is an entertainer, even more than a basketball player, very similar to Tiger Woods with golf, right? Where people who would never watch the sport now tune in to see her.
Yeah, no doubt about that. A few weeks ago, Christine, the top story on this program, and also, I believe, wound up being the most viewed video on our YouTube page in June, was when J.C. Sheldon and Marina Mabry treated Caitlin Clark like a pinball in the Connecticut Sun game, and then Sophie Cunningham treated Sheldon like she was a wide receiver that needed to be tackled before the end zone, and it was awesome. It was awesome. It's the competition. It's the heated competition, and it also plays into the conversation of what is going on with Caitlin Clark and her colleagues in the WNBA, whether it is just another moment where a superstar comes in from college and gets treated, physically, as clearly Michael Jordan was back in the day, right? Like, let's not forget, it's not specific to just the WNBA and Caitlin Clark, or is there some form and format of jealousy happening here, Christine? And where do you stand on that subject matter?
Yeah, Muffet McGraw, in the book, I quote her. She talks about the petty jealousy that she was seeing. She's, of course, sent a ton of Notre Dame players to the WNBA and has watched very closely and follows Caitlin Clark very closely and thinks, so highly. Well, she recruited her. She had Caitlin Clark for a while until Caitlin said she didn't want to go to Notre Dame. She wanted to go to Iowa. And how different that would have been if she would never have been Caitlin Clark trucking it from the parking lot, it's going in. Notre Dame, Muffet wouldn't have allowed that. But anyway, yeah, there's certainly, it is that when Marina Mabrey did what she did, and by the way, I've interviewed Marina Mabrey and she likes Caitlin Clark. She gets it. At least I thought she got it. But when she did that, I mean, Shelton and Caitlin go back a long way because of Iowa and Ohio State through the Big Ten. And so, there's chippy play. And Caitlin.
Now, that's something that we didn't know, that she talked to Marina Mabrey possibly after that attack.
Clark does not need me or you or anyone to defend her. Oh, she's not a victim. She gives it as good as she takes it. She's tough. She's strong. She's revving up the crowd. She loves it. And people love her for that. But when Marina Mabrey plowed into Caitlin Clark like a freight train, if that did not injure Caitlin Clark, as far as we know, although now she's had these 4 injuries, and the last time she missed a game was sophomore year of high school. So bizarre, absolutely bizarre what's happening. And so obviously disheartening for Caitlin Clark and so many of her fans. But when Marina Mabrey does that, you know who she's hurting at the end of the day? She's hurting Marina Mabrey and her earning potential. Because when Caitlin Clark is injured, the first time she was injured this year, Rich, she would.
That is absolutely right. She's hurting herself. Look at none other than not Dejanay Carrington, but Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter's not in the WNBA after that push to Caitlin, bro. That is a bad look, and Marina Mabrey is going to be on her way out the door. Mark my words. I'm the first one saying that, bro. It is going to be over for her, bro.
She would miss 5 games. During those 5 games when she disappeared, more than half of the viewership of the WNBA, not just the Fever, but the WNBA, more than half of the viewership also disappeared. That is falling off a cliff. Tiger Woods, I looked it up, when he would be out of a major tournament or missing something, it would drop a little. Michael Jordan, when he went to baseball, dropped a little. Others over the years. Over half of your TV audience just disappears. That is devastating to the WNBA and to its financial future, and all those players with the CBA now up and they're having these negotiations. They need to realize sooner than later, not that you treat her like kid gloves, but that Caitlin is to them even more important than Tiger was to men's golf. Because men's golf had already had Arnie Jack, Byron Nelson, Sam Snead, going all the way back to Bobby Jones.